What's up, everybody? We are back. It's 95X Cares, our community animal rescue effort. It's brought to you by the Law Office of William Mattar. I am Dixon, joined as always by Jenny. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Oh, just dealing with fall allergies.
That's always
Gonna
really
do.
good. Fun times.
Yeah, well, I'll take this over my friends who have spring allergies. At least I don't have the watery eyes. I'm just a little
That's
cloggy.
the club I'm in.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think this sounds a little bit better.
I'll stick with mine. Uh, you brought us a absolutely beautiful, beautiful dog. His name is Brennan. Uh, the pictures speak for themselves. You can tell that he's a kind and gentle dude. He's around two. He's got a lot of energy. He's available now at B&R Bunkhouse, and you actually got to meet him.
I did, and I am extremely grateful for the opportunity, but to say I haven't stopped thinking about this dog would be an understatement. He joined me with one of their volunteers who actually happens to be a trainer. People will donate what she calls sniffaris, and so she'll go and pick up adoptable dogs, and she takes them on an hour-long hike, so they just get to have an opportunity outside of their kennel. Because if you think about it, they are overflowing. So the majority of these dogs spend probably around 23 hours a day inside their kennel. That is a long, long day. But so my friend Leah was able to pick him up. She took him out to the park. We met there because my kiddo was having his soccer practice. So I'm going to tell you that there were hundreds of children like sprinting around in these little groups, and Brennan was absolutely incredible. He wasn't fazed by it. He wasn't like pulling on his leash, like, let me get over there and chase these screaming little children around. He watched, like, and he was interested, but he was more interested in the fact that there were treats being offered and that he was able to go for a walk. Um, so absolutely amazing. I had that distinct pleasure of giving him a few treats and to say he took them gently, like he like slowly took them from my hand, like super gently, was not aggressive about it at all. Like he was incredible. Like I could probably sit here and rave. Like the pictures I took of him, everybody will probably see, but he is just beautiful and he's photogenic and he was sitting on command. His redirection was fabulous. I think his pitfall that they say that they would probably stay away from cats, a little bit too interested in the shelter cat. So that's an easy fix because there's lots of people who aren't cat people and specifically just like dogs. Otherwise, he's dog friendly. Like, guys, why is this dog sitting here? And then I did have to ask the heartbreaking question of how long has Brennan been waiting for his forever family? And he's been waiting about a year now. So if he's probably around that 2 year mark, that means that he's been spending the better part of his life, unfortunately, at B&R Bunkhouse, waiting for somebody to come get him. And due to the fact that he is a bigger dog, he was pretty tall, big blocky head. Um, he's got a lot of energy. He's still a puppy. So you see, like sometimes dogs in kennels might not display well. Now, I didn't personally go see him in the kennel, so I don't really know how he displays there. But I'm trying to like rack my brain, like why would this dog be passed up, and how has he been available for this long? Because like Dixon, I can't tell you enough. Like this dog he's perfect. I know that I say that a lot, but he really was like a diamond in the rough. Somebody needs to go and scoop up this dog and have like your active, child friendly dog in your life so that he can spend the rest of his as a part of a family instead of inside a shelter environment.
Absolutely, right. And the other thing I would like to point out, right, like we talked about this before we started. Um, so a year is 7 years to a dog, right? So he's 14 in human years and spent ages 7 to 14 basically in juvie for no reason, right? Like, and think about that, right? Like we all say it, like everybody's like, oh, I went back to work. That's why I gave the dog up. Those 8 hours that you're home with the dog, right? Like mean everything to the dog. So think about like a full day and what they go through, like in their world, right? So to think that like not having 8 hours as opposed to 1 hour, maybe not every day at the shelter, you're doing yourself and these animals a service by getting them out of these overcrowded shelters where they're not getting attention, where they're not getting exercise, where they're not socializing in a productive manner to make them the best pet that they can be. So we say it all the time: if you got a little room in your heart and some space in your home, it's the best decision I've ever made was getting pets. That's why I continue to do so. So
Mhm.
Brennan looks absolutely perfect. If the photos don't get you, go and do the meet and greet at B&R. The link is on the screen. Fill out the application in advance, call them up, let them know you want to come and see Brennan, and you might have yourself a brand new best friend.
He shouldn't be waiting much longer. Like, somebody has to be out there who sees these pictures and it just speaks to them like he had spoken to me as soon as I met this like goofball. That's the all-encompassing word is he's a total goofball. And listen, if you don't have the time or the space inside your home and you're like, listen, I really can't commit to another animal, but maybe you can foster. You can't foster, maybe you can volunteer an hour out of your week and go for a walk. Take one of these dogs out, get them outside, meet the dogs, or monetary donations. You know, it's something that really does help these dogs get adopted is like sponsoring their adoption fee or even part of it. Or maybe you have extra toys at your home, something. But they definitely need our help. There is absolutely a crisis continuing to go on here. There is no more space to take the dogs that are roaming around our streets. And the only way that we can make space is to get dogs who are perfect, like Brennan, into somebody's home.
Absolutely. So contact B&R Bunkhouse. The information is on the screen right now, and we'll continue to do our part and bring you what we feel are the best adoptable dogs in Central New York every week. Jenny, thank you so much for bringing Brennan to our attention and not keeping him for yourself so that we can get him into a home very, very soon.
I sure hope so. And I look forward to bringing another dog next week.
All right, we'll see you then. This is 95X Cares. It's our community animal rescue effort. It's brought to you by the Law Office of William Mattar for 95X.